Hey guys, we're back with more of this. Really? This Portal 3! I'm saying that in quotes. Fan fiction. Okay, starting with an author's note, because this is traditional. Thanks for all the spelling corrections on Wheatley, who is now Watley, and GLaDOS is now GLaDOS. Oh, she actually spelled GLaDOS' name right, at least. But Watley? Watley? What? Oh, I'm sorry. Watley? Watley? Okay. Chapter 5 Shell's Booty Quake Remix. Oh, this looks like it's going to get juicy. GLaDOS was making me do tests. They corrected the characters' names, but they didn't say anything else about all the other spelling errors in this. God damn it, I hate these people. With lots of traps and turrets, because she was emo goth now. All the walls were black and red, and there was Avril Lavigne and My Chemical Romance playing, which made it hard for me to do the test. And GLaDOS was crying and cutting herself on the big screen computer. Wheatley, whose name was right this time, she wrote that in the story. Wheatley, who I corrected this time, guys. Thanks for the heads up. Right this time on his rail and had to clean up all the robot blood from GLaDOS herself, and it was all messy and sticky like repulsive gel. I pressed a button, which made the test done, and got ready for the next one when a rumbling happened all of a sudden. And a thing fell out from the ceiling, and it was my companion cube. I ran so fast to the cube and gave it a big hug and cried some because I was so happy, and at least God had gifted me one more thing to be happy with. Then the prototype portal gun came out with the whole wall hole and made a new portal to Android Hell. You must drop the cube in Android and Adroid Hell now, Marissa, or I will put neurotoxin in the room. GLaDOS said. I couldn't kill my companion cube. He was my best friend. Besides Wheatley and Shell, then I remembered Gabe Johnson was supposed to be here, and he was my dad, so maybe he was working to stop GLaDOS, which gave me renewed renewed strength to do more tests. But I had to find a way to not hurt my cube. If only I had power to solve the test without hurting my companion cube, I thought. Hurry up, Marissa. The neurotoxin is almost ready. Ready. Okay, the color red E. GLaDOS angered when I realized one of my powers is neurotoxin immunity. So she has the power Deus Ex Machina, basically. Go ahead and toxin me, Glads. I bolted to the dumb emo goth computer woman. That say I didn't warn you. GLaDOS started pumping all the room with icky green farts that smelled real bad, but did it did hurt because I was immune. I piced up the companion cube, went through door and saw something bad. Shell was booty shaking her butt all jiggly to gain a dance crazy at Wheatley was watching. Shake No, I'm not reading that. She sung, and I realized that Shell had relapse of brain damage. My powers could fix brain. Yep, Deus Ex Machina again. Wheatley cheered because he didn't know I was watching. Wheatley, how cold you! I screamed at Wheatley. Oh, bloody wanker! And ran off of his rail. Shell was still retorted, but GLaDOS taked my magnum pistol so I couldn't fix her. because shooting her is fixing her. I sat down and started crying. I feel bad. If this girl has like a mentally handicapped child, she's gonna shoot him with a magnum gun. How that's cold. How cold Wheatley betrayed me when I was pregnated with his robot ball human baby and we loved it each other. Also, I needed to fix Shell so she would stop doing dance crazy with shake but not even my powers could fix brain. You just said they could and now they can't. There is only one cure for brain damage. Gladon yelled out with no indoor voice. It's the zombie taters. Now it all made sense. When Shell was zomboid, she acted normally, so to save Shell, I needed to make her zombie again. This was bad news. I had to pick between retorted normal Shell or smart zombie Shell. And even worse, Wheatley was cheating on me. How is he cheating? He was just watching your sister dance. I walked off, leaving Shell to dance crazy, and found the zombie taters. I picked one up and started to cry. Why is everything going bad and wrong? And Wheatley abandoned me for for my tarted sister. Cry came out of my eyes and and all everywhere. I didn't know it at the time, but it was part of GLaDOS' plan. She was turning me into a goth emo. Oh my god. Meanwhile, Wheatley was rolling on his rail with tears in eyes because he was betraying me. Why did I bloody have to betray Marissa, my one true love? I'm a sodden wanker. He didn't mean to betray me, but he secretly had a love triangle between me and Shell, but he thought it ended, but guess not. I have to apologize to Yeezy, to Marissa, and make things better again. Wheatley speeded on his rail back to me when something grabbed. It was Atlas and Peabody. He, bad word, want to smoke some drugs. Okay, I'm making them black now. He, bitch, want to smoke some drugs? Peabody said, gave Wheatley drugs. No, Wheatley answered, because drugs are bad. Drugs bad, okay? And if you do drugs, then you're gonna be bad, okay? Or bad. He knew from me. How about drink some beer, asked Atlas. I know I said I was gonna make him sound black, but forget that. Wheatley didn't want to, but the peer pressure was strong, and was real sad after all. To be continued. Will Marissa and Wheatley get back together? Will GLaDOS' evil plan be stopped? Where is Gabe Johnson? Check out next time on It's My Life. She's making it like a TV show. Okay. And chapter 6, I guess. Yep, chapter 6. She messed up her chapter count last chapter. The Big Adventure of Wheatley. Author's note. OMG, 30 revives. Take that, flamers. You're just making my story more popular. Almost, I'm not being offensive against brain damage because Shell is just a pretend cartoon. I would not insult real brain damage. Pep Pole. That's just sick. Aslo. Aslo. This chapter is from Wheatley's Pav. It's Pav. I think he means point of view. Shake this booty. Shake the booty. Shake the booty. Booty, quake it, roll. I was so upset with myself because I betrayed Marissa and was a bloody sodding wanker. I have to read this with her attempt of speaking British. Fantastic. I didn't mean to, but I saw Shell booty quaking and was overcome. Back when we first met, I licked her and she liked me, but I licked her. Yeah, it says I licked her and she liked me, but things didn't bloody work out. She was less hot and pretty than Marissa, but I didn't catch me on my rail. So I saw her booty shake and Rembrandt when she was dating. We was dating and we got all lovey. Her bomb. Authors note that's British for butt, lol, was all jiggly wiggly, and it was like when I was in charge of the whole place and we tested. Then I turned into an evil bugger and she dumped me. Yep, that's what happened in Portal 2. They were in love. Oh yeah, she shall shock that booty. I screamed out loud to show, but I didn't realize else was watching. Marissa, Wheatley, how cold you! Exclamation point. Side slash 1-1. Oh bloody hell! She saw me with shell. God save the queen. Oh bloody wanker! I yelled again and ran away faster than ever before on my rail. I couldn't let Marissa see me cheating anymore. I was real sad. Soon I was in a place I didn't see before. There was Drusig everywhere, everywhere, and beer and Playboy magazines. It was where Atlas and Peabody lived. P equals body lived. I looked around some when a thing grabbed me. He, bad word, want to smoke some drugs? Slash question mark. Peabody, he said, he gave me in need a drug. No, I answered, because drugs are bad. I knew from Marissa that drugs are bad. How about drink some beer then? Asked Atlas. I didn't bloody want to, but the peer pressure was strong, and I was real sad after all. So I said, fine, okay, fine, you sodding wonks. So they gave me beer and drugs, and I started to smoke them up. They did real good, like the testing, so I was happy, and I got high. I started telling my story to Atlas and Peabody, and they heard me tell it. Then she bloody dumped me just because I was enjoying the floor show with Shell and Booty. Atlas and Peabody pay, patted me on the ball back, and said, "Alt sweetly, we understand your problems." That's why Marissa, bad word. I couldn't have listened to them, but I did anyway, and I got angry like I was on steroids or something. You should get revenge on her and show her who's boss. Peabody agreed while drinking more beer. You're right, guys. We need to teach that bad word a lesson. I angered because the drugs and beer was making me confused. I was such a bugger bloke, but I felt so high I had to. Let's go find her and teach Marissa her lesson, Atlas yelled, and I and Peabody said, yeah, and we charged looking for Marissa. We found her in the test room, and I was shocked. She was wearing a black jumpsuit and cutting herself while listening to Avril Lavigne music. Marissa had become a goth emo. Dun 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 dun. Because that wasn't known. To be continued. Sorry, this chapter is short. I'm actually enjoying it, but don't like writing as Wheatley. The next part will be longer, and will Marissa stop being a dumb goth emo? Also, Gabe Johnson will come back, and he has a big surprise. Find out. Oh, I am just giddy, very giddy with all this information I'm getting. Chapter 7, Battle of the Goth Emo War. Oh my god. Others note, thanks for the good reviews, you last Tau ones. As long as the real fans support me, this story will never die. Also, thanks for telling me about next, not next. I'll remember that. Oh my god. She still has spelling errors. People are slowly correcting her, but she still sucks at spelling. Chapter 7. I rewrite the title. All of a sudden, Wheatley and Atlas and Peabody was where I was looked at, all shocked at me. I was a goth emo now. I had dyed my jumpsuit black and was cutting myself while listening to Avril Lavigne music. Marissa, what happened to you? Wheatley asked, but I just cried at him and yelled, "You broke my heart, Wheatley, so I'm a goth emo now, and we're through." I got up like crazy and punched Wheatley in the eyeball thing so hard he fell off of the rail and landed with a huge crush, and he was broken. No, Wheatley! I ran to the Robocorpse and picked him up in my arms. You are died. You are died, and now our baby will have no father. Fat her. I'm sorry. Yeah, father. I cried even more and cut myself a couple more times. Alice and Peabody was frozen shock at the sight of Wheatley's kill. Then a guy walked in with a toolbox and a lot of toys. Don't worry, my daughter, I'll fix him. Gabe Johnson looked at me and smiled, and I was real happy and gave him the Wheatley body so he could make it work again. Oh no, he mouthed. Wheatley body is full of drugs and beer. Alice and Peabody got nervous, and I glared at them real mean, and said, "What did you do to Wheatley, you bad word ass?" My powers started glowing like the sun, and electric sparks went everywhere. Marissa, stop! Her powers are too strong. Gabe pleaded, but I was so angry I didn't listen, and more power up more until electricity stuff went all over the whole room. Explosion did. Okay. When I woke up, there was a messy dirt and marks all around me, and the room was destroyed. I looked in front of me and saw Atlas and Peabody was died, and I was happy. Then I saw a skeleton that was Gabe Johnson and Wheatley, and I got sad again and started to cut myself some more while singing My Chemical Romance. Ha 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 ha. GLaDOS started lolling at me. Now you are goth emo and kill all your friends. My plan worked. I punched fist into hand and got the most angry ever. This was all GLaDOS's plan. GLaDOS's plan? Okay. Wheatley wasn't really cheating on you, Marissa. I was controlling him, and I gave Shell the brain damage relapse. LOL. GLaDOS had gone too far this time, and I needed to kill her forever now. My powers are flowing through my veins, and I blew up the wall and went to GLaDOS's room. You made me kill Wheatley and a goth emo and ruined everything. Now you'll pay, GLaDOS, you bad word. I used my powers to reach into my jumpsuit, not black no more, because I had stopped being a goth emo for good. Because stop being a goth emo automatically changes your colors by default. No, stop, Marissa. You can't kill me. I'm your mother. I stopped and thought she was lying, but then I used my detective power and knew it was true. I couldn't kill my own mother, but she was evil mother. So maybe I called. I've killed you once before. I can do it again. I powered up my powers like a fireball of glowy electric powers and shot them at GLaDOS and blew up the whole room. GLaDOS was finally dead. But I wasn't happy. None. Wheatley was still gone, and I had killed him. Then GLaDOS came in. Then Shell came into the room crying, and I saw that the explosion had made the piece of metal slice her butt off, and she could She couldn't booty quake none more. Everything was ruined, and was not even my powers could cold fix it. I sat down on knees and cried some more, but not emo cry because I'm not a goth emo anymore. It was to end, but not happy, which means I'm not perfect. So I'm not a Mary Sue, a real writer or whatever your name is. I'm not a Mary Sue. Fuck. Shell tried booty quake, but no balm. All that happened was bloody, and it got placed from the shaking, and some blood hit a weird machine. It was a time machine. Deus Ex Machina again. OMG, I can go back in time and stop me from killing Wheatley and make everything happy again. I ran into the time machine and pressed some buttons, and there was a huge flash. To be continued. Uh-oh, Marissa's gone back in time. But did she do the right thing time, or maybe the portal one time? Wink, wink. Find out next time. It's like I'm fast forwarding myself. Okay, chapter 8. Or, I'm sorry, chapter 8 as in eating. Time for adventure. She made it bold this time. Other note, sorry it was taking too long for me to update, but here's the biggest chapter ever. The time machine squirted me out the past, and I looked round. I could see a girl in a jumpsuit like mean and doing tests. Boo, she was less hot and pretty, and it must have been past Shell. Oh, Gurgs, I yelled, and sad. Shell didn't do tests because she was booty shaking, so I must have gone too far back to Portal 1. The time machine hadn't been invented yet, so I had to find another way. Y'all are not part of the test. Prepare to D, GLaDOS said at me, but I had my portal gun, and powers. I charged my powers into a portal gun and made it glow, and electric stuff around it. I fried it at the portal. Wasn't a normal portal, but a black hole. Shell wasn't brain damaged yet, so she was smart enough and got away, but GLaDOS' camera wasn't lucky and got sucked in. I lolled at dead GLaDOS' camera and went to find something that could make me future. I saw some Arbots doing tests in a different room, and they looked kind of familiar. Hi, my name is Atlas, and this is P-Boy. The name... He changes his name to Peabody later. That's why he's P-Boy in the first few chapters. Bullshit. P-Doy waved nice at me. I realized these were the prototype Atlas and P-Boy from before they were jerks. My name is Marissa Roberts, and I am looking for a time machine to get back full for the fur tour. LOL. You tried to do Back to the Future, but you spelled it horribly. Atlas and P-Boyd, I'm sorry, didn't understand because this was the past, and Back to the Future wasn't invented yet. Back to the Future was invented by then, I'm sure. GLaDS did make a time machine yet. Boo, you can sleep in relaxed hotel for years or something, P-Boy said, and I went there. Little did I know I had accidentally left some drugs and beer from Wheatley body in the room, and Atlas and P-Boy saw them and smoked them and became jerks. So she's to blame for that, apparently. I'm Marissa, and I know your name, I guessed. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I read it wrong. Using a portal gun, I got a relaxed hotel in no time. There was a lot of sleeping guys and robot balls looking at them. My heart dropped in happy. Wheatley, I screamed. Ayn Rand towards him. Wheatley looked at me and said, "Bloody hell, you're the most beautiful I ever wanking seen." This must have been when Wheatley and I first met. OMG, how do you know my name and who are you? He asked you. I'm Marissa, and I know her name because I guessed lucky. I didn't want to let Watley know I was from the future, or I'd mess up the time stream. Do you know how I get to the future? Yes, because asking people, can you go back to the future? does not mess up the time stream at all. Wheatley thought on my question. Sorry, I can't think because you're so hot and pretty I get distracted. I lolled at the compliment and gave him a kiss. I am in love with you, and I smelled at him. I smelled at him. Wheatley, you're such a charmer. I love you, toe. I love you, toe. Wheatley mounted, and we started to mac out. And you purrs out there is not. I'm not writing what happened next. Equals P. After Wheatley and R private time, wink wink. Wheatley said, say, I'll put you in this bed and you can sleep till the future, my lope. I thought to myself, how could I have ever got it a better guy than Wheat? It happened. The wall folded away and GLaDOS was looking at me. Marissa Roberts, I know who you are and you're from the future. Wheatley got shocked, but I told him, no, Wheatley, she's a leer. Wheatley got mad and said, GLaDOS, I'm not scared of you no more. I got the power of love. As she punched Wheatley away, now you will die for killing in the future. GLaDOS turned on the Nerat Kasin. So how does GLaDOS know she's from the future again? Did you forget I'm immune to neurotoxin? LOL. GLaDOS had a dude WTF look on her face, then got smart again and said, oh yeah, your powers, well I know where they come from and how to stop them. Then something then happened. I got all glowy and my electric powers were stronger than ever. No, impossible, GLaDOS screamed, and I said, die, bad word, and shooted my powers, but it wasn't right powers. Instead, a no black hole opened, and I was sucked. LOL, you are died. GLaDOS bolted and started doing more tests on Cell. Then the black hole got all black and said, and I blacked out. When I waked, I was in a classroom, and there was students everywhere with W2F looks on their faces. A guy got up and he looked real familiar, like I seen him before. My name is Gabe Johnson, and this is my girlfriend Carolyn. He pointed at a hot girl that looked kind of like GLaDOS if she was a person. How? GLaDOS is a freaking robot that has one eye that flashes when you talk. How does a person look like a... Fuck this. Who you? She asked, kind of jealous because I was touching her boyfriend. I'm Marissa Johnson. I'm a new exchange student. I was totally wired out because I didn't know where I was. Then it clacked. Gabe Johnson, Carl Lyon. I'm more deeper in time to the Portal High School. What? My hose bloated up cold. I stayed with one of you. What? And Carolyn asked, what? Okay, we can be lick sisters. We went to Carlin's because we were too cool for school, which was nice and pink, and a guy from Leave It to Beaver was next door. Leave It to Beaver. Welcome to my commode, Carolyn yelled with pride at her room. This was a doable bed and a hairdresser and a toilet and a closet with huge cloths. I'll leave you girls alone, Gabe Johnson said, and left to do mainly things. Carolyn and I sat in her bed and talked about cute boys and music and stuff. How about Justin Bieber? Isn't he a hot hostess? Carolyn looked at me funny. Justin Bieber isn't invented yet. Are you from the future? Fuck this. Fuck this. Justin Bieber isn't invented yet because he's a robot. Well, yeah, he is a robot. Are you from the future? I mounted and said, oh, bad word. Then I locked door and cover windows. Promise me you won't tell no one. No, none. And Carolyn Pinky sweated me. Alright, I'm from the future, and I'm your boyfriend's daughter, and I think you're my mom. Carolyn O mounted. I thought from the revelation, but then I looked and saw she O mounted because some Eon jumped out, and who jumps out? Find out in the next chapter of It's My Life. Chapter 9. Portal High School and a revelation. Author's note. This is the chapter where all the big revelations. P.S. Peabody is a girl. Thanks for tech info. I'll work out that into the story. You didn't know. P.P.S. Of course, Gabe Johnson is dead. That's why Marissa found him in Android Hell. Android Hell, duh. Also, who's Cave John? Also, who's Cave Johnson? Is he Lick, Gabe's evil twin? That's a good plot idea. Who is Cave Johnson? The best thing in this whole fanfic. She doesn't know who Cave Johnson is. So, who is Cave Johnson, everybody? Okay, continuing on. I turned Sid around and saw it was Wheatley. Marissa, I'm so glad I found you. The black bloody hole suddenly sucked me in too. I glopped Wheatley and gave lots of hugs and kisses while Carolyn. See, I listened to conservative crit instead of flammer trolls with a Z. Was all OMFG. Wheatley looked at Caroline and said, who the bloody hell is this ugly bugger? Because she wasn't pretty and hot as me, and Wheatley wasn't used to seeing other humans. I better explain all this stuff. This is my boyfriend Wheatley, the robot ball. I can't remember what GLaDOS called him, and it was mean and stupid anyway. We're from the future where y'all, and we need to get back to the then. I gave Carolyn the down low. Okay, I am only a junior, excuse me, in Portal High School. Excuse me again. So I'm not smart enough yet to build a time machine. But I know some guys who can. Then Cabe Johnson came in the room. I heard everything. We must wait for Toromo, then go to school and time machine you too. So Gabe Johnson went home and gave me and Carolyn and all sleep in big double bed, but we didn't do no. Then gross lick that, okay? The next morning we woke up and readied for school. Marissa, how can I school when I'm a bloody roboball? Roboball. Carolyn smiled and said, don't worry, I can pretend you're my science fair project. We got Portal High School in Carolyn's car, which is a cool Ferrari. Our long hair was blowing in the breeze, and we were signing pop songs like Party in the USA and Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. Fuck this. And Wheatley sang too, but we didn't know the words. When we gutted to Portal High, there was a lot of guys staring at me because I was a new girl and more hot and pretty than the others. Sorry, duds. I'm taken. Smile equals D. I smiled. I waved. cool and strutted my way with Carlion. When do we meet the time machine? I asked to Caroline, and she said Gabe said his friends will meet us at lunch to have we have to class until then. Our our first class was gym. Carolyn hacked the network, so all the classes are the same. What? After we got in our gym clothes, some guy started staring at me and hooting and looking at my bobs. So I yelled, "You perverts!" And they ran because they saw me angry face. OMG, Carolyn, OMG. Look at the no mascot. They're so cute. I looked at them and saw Carolyn, those are not mascots. They're Atlas and P Boy. Atlas and P Boy saw me and P Boy, my name is Peabody now. My name is Peabody now because I'm actually a ya girl. People yelled loud at me. I O-mounted and Carolyn went, "Oh, dude, WTF again. Give us more drugs and beer or well, shoot, you and your friend." Atlas goaded and taking out a guns. Carolyn was scarred and shaking while I just held Wheatley real tight. But he didn't say no thing because he was pretending to be a science fair project. "Oh no you don't," a big fat kid rushed at Atlas and Peabody and let it in them like squish. He gooted up and brushed robot parts off him like it was a shack in my hand. My name is Russian name, so people call me, no. My name is Russian name, so people just call me Heavy cause I'm real fat. LOL. Heavy Russian to me while heavy Russian to me while I was shacking his hand. You got here just in time, Carolyn lolled. The heavy guy pointed to the left of there and some other guys. "These are my friends. We all has cool nicknames. They are Scott, Spy, Solder, Medic, me Dick, Sniper, Demon Man, Pyro, and Engineer. Were Sainors, so we can smart enough to build time machine for you." The engineer got to me. "Well, little lady, I heard you need a time machine built it. Well, I'm a Sainor, and I passed my time machine exam, so I can help." He started building the time machine when Gabe Johnson came in. "Well, I guess this is goodbye, my daughter." He cried a little and gave me a hug, and I hugged back. "I'll miss you, Marissa Roberts." "You're the best daughter I didn't have yet." Carolyn was crying, so I gave her a hug too. The engineer got it up and said, "The time machine is complete." Before I called go in, the engineer stopped me and took out a huge nettle. Also, I made a injection that will give you special powers. I lolled at the end. "I already have them because this is the past. This must be how I got them in the first place. Fuck this." The engineer thought a minute and said, "Okay, I'll put them in Carolyn. So when she babies you, then you have them to not mess up the time stream." He put the nettle in Carolyn, and electric happened all over her, and I felt even more powerful. I grabbed Wheatley and got ready to go to the time machine when, meanwhile, in Time Machine, back in the future, Carolyn Shell was trying to booty quake, but no thing wiggle jiggle. "Hey, you over there, come here," a voice said in Carol, and Shell went into it, but it was GLaDOS' head, not died after all. I can be your new booty. So Shell piced up Glad and put where booty was, where butt was. Glad started to loll. All evil and weirs came out of her, and Shell transformed just like GLaDOS' plan. Oh no, Shell and GLaDOS is fused to Shell GLaDOS. How can Marissa stop her now? Does she even get back, or is something going down at Portal High School? Find out next. Team Me. Fuck this bullshit.